Hi-ho, everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. Cast. I don't know. I just feel like we got to make like a radio
echo, yeah.
intro. Yeah, this is the podcast for you,
Mr. Fruit and the boys.
yeah, the boys. This episode, Christmas themed and conspiracy themed. Why the odd combo? We don't know.
Both start with C. That's what we came up
that's what we're sticking with. Christmas, we talk about some of the holidays, rituals we do or whatnot, some gifts we've given, bad gifts perhaps. Not everybody's good at pretending to like a gift. I mean, come on, have at least a little decency. You know, they went to some measure.
I'll always pretend, just because I hate the awkwardness.
Yeah,
of
like
thanks.
So we talk a whole bunch about the holidays. Hope you all have safe holidays. Then we talk about some of our favorite conspiracies or ones that we think are plausible, somewhere in between. Juicy stuff there. Yep. And then we answer Patreon questions.
Why don't you catch these 3 C's? Christmas, conspiracy, and content.
Hey,
like that
let's get some content. Enjoy the episode. Welcome back to this episode of the GG Over Easy podcast. Cast.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Echo.
We were recording Halo Customs the other day. And like Versus and Dado had their like little like echo.
Yeah, everyone has those cool little soundboards.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't, but I can do it in post, and I did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually did go back and post, and then people commented. I was like, somebody noticed. It took me way more.
I mean, I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Not important. This episode 19. As you can see, there's a tree. We got a tree, Christmas tree. Because this comes out the 22nd, I believe, so a couple days before Christmas, yes. Press 1 in the chat if you want to see the tree, or press 2 if you want to see Rob. I think there's a lot of 1s. You might just want to duck out of here.
You said 2 to see the tree.
No, 1 to see the tree, 2 to see Rob.
Oh, I was going to say there's going to be a lot of 1s, but never mind. There's going to be way more 2s. I mean, like...
You're just taking up the real estate, bro. Oh, here's my thing, too, okay? Christmas time. No white lights. I don't like white lights.
You don't
I think they're overplayed. Like I want colored lights, you know?
You don't think they're like I can't.
I can't do it.
I can't. Well, because we didn't set up the cam for that. If we had the cam set up for that, I would have been down.
I mean, is that a hot take? I don't know.
My back. Okay, we're good now.
Still have my training bra on.
You don't like white lights? In the sense of what?
Like Christmas lights. It just feels cold to me. Like, that's warm, you know?
See, like
that's a warm, cozy feeling.
Like, don't take this the wrong way.
I'm about to.
But, like, I like...
No offense,
but... I like the white lights more. I think white lights is, like, a cleaner kind of look. See, I look at that, and I think, like, 80s. I think, like, 80s and the 70s called they want their lights back.
That's me. It's just warm, and it makes me warm and fuzzy. White lights are, I don't know, just cold.
Not a fan.
You know?
Did your parents put up Christmas lights as a kid?
When I was really young, they kind of gave up because it was really just my dad doing it.
Yeah.
When I was young, they got into it.
Oh, like, really?
When we lived in Florida, they my mom hand painted and made these huge, off like plywood almost. She drew this huge Santa train, like animated train. It was like 10 feet long, and she would put it up like you prop it up in the lawn. And she painted on it like Santa, the reindeer. Like a whole train.
That's cool.
Yeah, and did all this like super...
Does she still have that?
No.
Oh. Like
super detailed. She's a great artist. She put that up there and like lights on them. And then we'd string our trees with lights. And we used to go out. And then...
my parents never...
After like a couple of years, we're like, all right, we're over it.
My parents never really put up lights. My parents do this thing now. You know, have you ever seen like the projector lights that they like to put on... It's like literally just a projector of like lights and it's supposed to make your house look like it has lights on it. It looks terrible. Yeah, no. They look so bad. My parents are like, look. I'm like, sweet. I don't even think they put it up this year. I think they're just over it.
I think at that point it'd be better to just not do anything. If you're gonna try something lazily to get away with something like that, it's gonna look bad enough that you just shouldn't.
Are you ever gonna put lights up on this house?
Myself, probably not.
No.
If someone wants to do it for me, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But we got some lights, but they were too long to like string around like
a tree.
No, like the handle, like the
Doorknob.
stairway and
railway.
Yeah, whatever.
Handrail.
Like on the little patio. Handrail, yes. Around the handrail. Yeah. It was too long though, so we took it back, but we're probably gonna look into something else. But we need an equalizer before we continue on this podcast. Blue. Christmas lights. White or colored?
Why would you have white Christmas lights?
When he says white, it's like a nice
get destroyed.
Like a nice white, like a nice gold. You know what I mean?
No. If you don't have green and green and red Christmas lights or any type of colors, you're doing Christmas wrong. And I'm sorry, but that's actually factual. It's the law. I don't make the law, so sorry.
Order.
Did your parents put up Christmas lights, Blue, or just nah?
Absolutely.
Christmas wow.
Is gigantic in Mexican families. That's basically our Super Bowl.
You guys have a lot of Super Bowl. What about if that's Super Bowl though? What's Dios de Muertos? Is that like?
That's not Super Bowl. You don't joke about Dia de los Muertos, dude. That's we're respecting the people that have passed and celebrating them. That's not a Super Bowl. It's not a commercial activity.
I meant like tier list, but I was talking like a tier list because
Super
Super Bowl
is like tier list.
Yeah, like tier list is high.
Christmas still stay undefeated.
Oh wow, okay, so it's huge then. Okay,
it's still. Day of the Dead is still S tier, but like Christmas is like.
This was your S tier holiday, right?
I do like Christmas.
This was your S tier.
Christmas is the best.
This is my like B A tier. Like,
yeah, whatever. You're a B or A tier.
I just don't like Christmas music.
Yeah, if you're a Smash Fighter dude, you're like C tier.
Oh my god, because of Christmas music. That's the lamest cop out of not liking Christmas is the music. Shut up.
I just don't like Christmas music, man. Like,
so the music is gonna drop it down into your
Wham! Last Christmas I gave you my heart. That's it.
That's it. Do you drop Halloween down into here because it's like spooky, scary,
No. Oh, there you go. You got it now. You're starting to get there now.
Or no, what's that like? That alien, like the like that weird meme alien.
Oh,
he just comes out like
that shit's funny.
So stupid. I just watched some super high quality meme somebody bothered to do that of. What was it?
Oh, when it was Leviathan, the raid, and it was supposed to be.
I think it was a Destiny.
51s.
Yeah, because like they 3D modeled and animated like a Titan doing it or something.
Rick Cactus.
Yeah, something like that. But I was like, someone took a lot of time to do that. It's impressive. Anyway, it's a good thing we have 3 people on the podcast because just like that, Blue's the equalizer. You know, if we're split, we have a person that can you put it one way or the other.
Like if I ever lay up Christmas lights on my house,
get the third wheel to break it.
White lights. mine will have white lights. They won't be colored. Because it's like a clean, like, ooh, okay, like that's nice. No. That's a nice look.
Yeah, but they're like, it feels lifeless and cold. But they're like, yeah, but like, you're the Grinch.
I'm the Grinch.
Yeah.
Somebody made a really funny pic on the Reddit.
Oh yeah,
it was like the me as the Grinch,
and it was a little puppy Olive as the reindeer. Yeah.
Gosh, so cute. I forgot how like little cute she was when she was little.
So tiny.
She still is cute. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Whoop.
Yeah.
Watch it. Episode 19, though. Welcome back. This is going to be a mix of some Christmas festivities just because of the date it's falling on. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe share some memories or something. And because it has nothing to do with Christmas, conspiracies. I don't really know how maybe Christmas is a conspiracy.
I mean, it is. It's a conspiracy to get you to spend money commercially.
Also, it's not fair. You're like, when you're going to edit and you're looking at the thing. So like, okay, fine. You're gonna edit me right now.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the camera.
Well, when you look at it, I still do it, but you always just just make eye contact with me. That's what I've noticed.
It's rude.
You just make eye contact.
Yeah, Rob's just like.
Well, I always just like make. It's a habit now at this point. What's up?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm like, whatever, dude.
See, and then I cut.
When Blue's talking, no, I don't. It feels weird.
When Blue's talking?
Yeah. Sarah just doesn't.
Yeah, it's hard. I kind of just focus on the knife or the spoon. Sometimes I'm focusing on this door thing right now. Not focusing, but more so fidgeting.
Yeah.
And just looking out into space.
Remember
listening?
That fidget cube? You ever see that? It was like a Kickstarter thing. Yeah, I bought it.
Oh, like where it had like one where that was like thing, and then another one was.
It works. I don't know where it is.
Obviously, it didn't work then.
Well, but like it'd sit there, and you'd have like there's like a light switch on, like that was fun. Or you had one, you could push like a little button. You had another one that you like circle around. It was fun.
Like when you press tab really fast.
This insane pace. So anyway, welcome. Let's start with some Christmas.
Christmas.
Wait, before we do that, We got an ad review to read. Or, why do I always call it that? Ad review.
What are we paying these guys?
No.
You need to tell me some? I thought these were genuine.
Give
are
me
you
a
paying them under the
review,
table?
man. I always just say we need an ad review, which doesn't even make any sense.
Pull up an ad. Let me pull up. Now you got me saying it. No, it's not my fault. You put it. That's like saying like, don't think about purple elephants, and then you're like, now you're thinking purple elephants. It's not my fault.
Or it's like when people are like, don't think about breathing manually, because now you're like conscious of how you're breathing. So
wait, speaking of conspiracies, was it you who told me this? Where like when you're searching on Apple Podcasts, if you search the Joe Rogan podcast, you're the one that told me this?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Like, watch, ready? Joe. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's not fair. For some reason, it works on mine, but apparently for some people, Joe Rogan's literally like the biggest podcast.
Yeah,
and you can go on Apple Podcasts and search it, like Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
and it won't show up in like recommended. And people thinking it's because either because of I think it's a conspiracy because of the people he has on. He has people from all different sides, political parties and stuff, and maybe too because it's so explicit rated. What I don't know what you would call that.
Let's see, Joe Rogan. Yeah, I see it.
No. When you're like the autofill though.
Oh.
But now it's probably in your search thing. That's the problem because it wasn't mine. Well, it's not really important.
My first one is Joel Osteen.
Yeah. Not Joe, the biggest podcast. Anyway, doesn't matter. Ours is the best though. 5 stars, 1.8K ratings. Let's bump those up.
1.5K. How about 8.5K?
1.8.
Oh, 1.8. Let's get to 2K. Come on. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, come on.
We out here.
The time of giving. 8-star reviews.
All right, let's see some of these reviews.
If you haven't done it, it's the holiday season. Blue's really sad, and he would like a review for Christmas.
I didn't read this. I didn't scan this. So we're just going with it.
Oh, God.
We're going right in. Growing Up with Fruit from We Yummy. 5 stars, of course.
Easily.
We paid him to do that, right? That's the ad read.
I mean, I'm not reading any ads that don't have 5 star. I'm just going to be real.
It's like, nice 1-star review here. For my 14th birthday, I got Destiny as a present and somehow managed to get Lord High Fixer the same day. Curious to see if it was any good, I searched for it on YouTube and somehow managed to find a video of an awkward teenager who couldn't hit his shots reviewing it.
You were not a teenager.
I hit my shots. Come on now.
I didn't even hear that part. I just was like, he wasn't a teenager.
I have no clue why it resonated with me, but for some reason I subbed. Fast forward a year, Mr. Fruit did my Dream Team challenge, the Civil War cosplay. And ever since then, I've been hooked. Now I buy merch, watch videos, and listen to podcasts while I work out. It's crazy to think that a raspy-voiced teenager...
Raspy voice?
And still a teenager.
I have the raspy voice.
I was 20 or...
I was going to say,
20 or 21 when I...
Maybe you were 19.
No.
20?
20.
Freshman
20.
year. No, when did you start with? It was my sophomore year.
Yeah, I was 20.
Yeah, because I was at the apartments on...
But anyway, it's crazy to think that a amazingly well-voiced not teenager would have that impact on my life or be the successful. Maybe I should drop out of college too. Thank you. Well, yummy. Thank you. Appreciate you being a stan. I'm not a teenager. Well, I wasn't a teenager.
You also didn't have a raspy voice.
I don't. Hey there, kids.
Hi-de-ho. If we're talking raspy voice, I used to hate hearing. I mean, I still do.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, sitting over here, bro, is rough.
I've just gotten kind of used to it. That like with my voice, I never thought I sounded so like high and raspy ever until we started recording and stuff. So I think I sound raspy. Maybe hopefully he's talking about me. You were always kind of
Blue's probably always been like, oh wait, no, you thought you had a weird voice, didn't you, Blue? You didn't like your voice.
I have never liked my voice, and I never will like my voice.
What?
Even like on now? Recordings?
No, I hate my voice.
What? But you have so many people who are like, your voice is amazing.
Yeah.
It's still great, it doesn't. But that certainly didn't help growing up when people didn't think that.
Really, you got made fun of?
Oh, absolutely.
For your voice?
If you guys saw me and you heard my voice, you wouldn't put 2 and 2 together.
I mean, I've never.
Listen, point me the way, dude. Hey, I'll stand up for you. I'm
a BlueWestlo stand.
I mean, honestly though, like
you're right.
When you wouldn't put my voice with what I look like, would you?
No, if you want me to be honest, no,
not at all.
I mean,
and then you hear me, it's like what?
I feel like most.
The same with Shark though too. Like I don't think Shark's voice like matches his.
Most of the time though, I feel like if you hear a voice before you see someone, you almost always have the wrong idea. Like Donkey.
Yeah.
That is a voice.
Fair. Well,
that's a voice that I was like.
I always have people saying like, I always expected you to be like way bigger, and I'm like, what? From your
what does that even
voice?
mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I always say like, oh, this is my first time in your stream. I never expected you to look like this.
Bigger, like taller, or
I don't know. I think
that doesn't even affect your vocal.
I think
cords.
because I'm like angry or something like that, they just assume that I'm just an angry person all the time. But I'm not.
But that doesn't even affect vocal cords. You know.
Tell me about it, dude. I have it. People come in my chat and just tell me the weirdest things all the time, and that's one of them. Is that I never expected you to look like this. What did you expect me to look like then?
Better. What does that even mean?
Maybe worse. Hopefully.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people be like, "No, it's not doing it."
White guy in
and
glasses.
so many people are. I kind of got self-conscious for a while. Some people are like, it looks like you have a fake nose because of how my glasses outline it. And they're like, it looks like you have like you wear those fake like glasses with the big nose. And I was like, my nose isn't big. I was like, it's not. What are you talking about?
And then you're like looking into the camera.
Yeah, I got real self-conscious. And then if you look long enough, I'm like, maybe they're right.
Yeah, dude.
Wait a minute. But that does bring me to a point, which eventually we'll get to Christmas, I swear. Just because we're talking about voices. And I can explicitly, I think that's the right way to use that word. Anyway, I can remember the time I realized that what I hear of my voice isn't what other people hear. Do you remember when you noticed that, or you just kind of knew? Or
I think I noticed it when we first started like recording a video. Like I think when
so that late.
Yeah, well, I guess I didn't really like listen to like my voice that way, but like when the Dream Team was popular and people were hearing my voice, and I was like able to like, okay, people are hearing me, and like now I'm like really listening to me, and like I hated it. Like I think that Monsters University, like I'm trying to like be, it's weird. I hate it. I hate that video. I mean, I love it because it's like us and stuff like that, but like I just hate it. Like the Monsters University, I cringe, man.
Monsters University.
I cringe, man. I cringe.
What about you, Blue? Was there a moment that you realized that the voice you hear isn't what other people hear?
No, I've never had that moment.
Really? Did you just know, or it maybe just happened? You didn't really take notice?
No, it never happened.
Oh.
I just hate my voice.
Still.
For me,
there's never been a moment where I was like, "Oh, that's what people." No, I don't see what people hear in my voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think when I like got mad and throwing the Hawk Moon Rage and stuff like that, because I'd always like yell on the soccer field and be like a little bastard on that field and like just be mean and then just yell. So I think like once I started hearing like me rage on video games, like actually hearing it, I was like,
but like you knew that like what you hear isn't what other people hear, right?
What do you mean by that? Like,
well, like,
so what I'm hearing right now, you interpret it different than like I do.
He's saying if you've ever had that moment where like you will, okay, so you hear yourself every day, right? And it's like, God, my voice sucks.
Yes.
But then like you watch a recording back and you hear a moment where you're like, oh, I can see why people perceive me as this person and not this person.
It's like if we never had video cameras, right? The only you would know is you in a mirror.
Yeah.
But that's not an accurate picture of you, right? And I forget the exact specifics, but because of we never hear ourselves the right way, because of like the reverberations in our head and then the way it comes out in our ear canals and everything, like we hear a different voice than everyone else.
You're messing me up
so
right now.
So like Fruit his whole life has probably been like, oh, I just have a normal voice. But like at one point, Fruit was like, oh my God, people really do think I have like a sexual deep voice, don't they?
Everyone just like hears like you think you just are talking. Heidi ho,
shotgun nails.
But then one day you realize it's really Heidi ho, everyone. I'm here to take your girlfriends.
Maybe that's why people like ASMR and stuff, because they hear something that I don't hear.
I remember that was 5th grade. Because like before then, I never realized.
Can Post? Or
yeah, maybe
Florida.
Yeah, it would have been here.
Yeah,
we were doing I had to do a video or something. I don't know. We did something for like some school event.
Wonder if I was there yet.
Maybe.
I came in 2nd semester.
We were but we were in the auditorium and they played the video. And I'm sitting there and I'm in it. Like it's like a skit thing. And I go, wow, I sound weird. I was like, why do I sound weird, guys? I was like, that's what do you mean? That's just you. I'm what? And that's when I realized, wait a minute. They don't hear what I hear. Like that's my voice.
Yeah.
But that's not what, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it first. That was also before I hit puberty. So it could have been real bad. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
you just in a super high voice.
I wish I could say I've had that moment. I haven't. I will say I definitely know over time. I definitely have a unique voice.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely not a voice you hear every day. But
I think that's what makes it special.
That's great, but I still hate it.
That's fair. There's nothing really you like. That's only something you can do. Like some people are like, well, your voice is great, but like you said, like
my voice is terrible.
That doesn't change your opinion. You're like, yeah, well, I still hate it.
Yeah, I hate mine.
Yeah, that's great.
Like I think I remember like listening to the Monsters University. I think I took that take like maybe 9 or 10 times because I just couldn't get past the fact that I just sounded so dumb.
See, like what you hear right now is what your voice sounds like, but that's because you're talking in the mic and getting
and
the
it's
feedback.
picking it up. Yeah.
If you didn't have the headphones on, you listen to yourself. That's not what you sound like.
Weird.
I know.
You're freaking me out.
Well, that's why in 5th grade it blew my mind. I was like, what? Because I never like heard myself before. I was like, I like distinctly remember being like, that's not me. I don't sound like. Do I sound like that?
You're like, yeah, dude.
It just blew my mind.
Yeah, you sound like a pterodactyl.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, Christmas.
What about it?
Somebody. I threw the snowball. Now somebody let it tumble.
Christmas, dude. I don't know what I'm getting anybody this year for Christmas.
Let's talk about traditions.
Okay.
We'll start there.
Tradition.
Does your family have a tradition? And if so, what is it? Around the holidays, doesn't have to be specifically on Christmas, maybe just around the holiday season.
My family, we open up presents on Christmas Eve night.
I know a lot of families.
We don't open up presents Christmas morning.
Now, why is that?
I don't know. I think it was more so because my parents were divorced and my dad worked nights. So I think I don't know. I think it had something to do with that. I think it was just easier for us to do it. It may be also like a Catholic thing. I think he's told me every now and then, but I don't really know that either. But that's pretty much the only one that I can really think about. We used to play the Home Alone 2 soundtrack a lot, but then that's when like CDs were a thing, and that like the CD got scratched. So I like one part, it was like you're doing the do, and it was just like, oh well. Press back, and then you'd only get to like 2 minutes 45 into the song before it started doing at the exact same part. So you just do it every time, and it was like the only song that worked because we just treated that thing like crap. Like the disc had so many scratches on it, and then we do the toothpaste trick.
Yeah,
that never worked ever.
I remember being told that. Tried on like a PS2 game, made it 20 times worse. I'm like, oh my god, and just became unplayable.
That reminds me. Did you ever on your Xbox? When it would like slide over and it would literally go, it would have the perfect circle scratch and it would literally mess your disc up. I remember I had to go buy a new I didn't buy it. I had to go convince my parents somehow to go buy me a new Halo 3 copy. Because I remember I tried to trade it in and the GameStop guy was like, yeah, right, kid. And I was like, no. So I had to convince my dad.
Okay, so not any real traditions.
No, not
Blue.
Really.
What about you and your household? Did you ever have any sort of a tradition around the holiday?
I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. I wouldn't say there was like a tradition that we ever.
I'm saying we have dinner. Like
we have dinner. We have people over. A lot of people over.
See, we never have people over. It's bam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's for. I can guarantee you, every single Mexican or Hispanic person watching will tell you every single family gathering. Maybe not all of them, but Christmas specifically is always just literally every side of your family at one house.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never had like a big Christmas gathering ever.
I can't say there's a tradition, but I guess the only tradition is that there's a shit ton of people at our house. That's about it.
And then they go, "What do you do?"
So, you know, like
I'm a carpenter.
When you watch football.
Mijo, you play on the computer? What?
Me?
You draw? No, oh my, I have computer issues. You want to? Oh my god, I don't want to help you with the computer issues.
That reminds me, my grandma, she's raised in Colombia, moved to the United States when she was about like in her 40s, and she barely speaks like a lick of English, and she comes to my graduation from high school. And at that point, I wanted to be like a computer programmer or like just something with computer sciences. Just shooting for the stars. Just knew I couldn't do it. And as soon as I got to school, I was going to change. But I was telling my family, it's like, yeah, computer science.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah, like, wow, you're going to code and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be pretty easy.
It's going to be pretty easy.
And my grandma, Fia, like she comes up and she goes, your dad told me you want to be like a computer. computer guy. And I was like, yeah, Thea, like, that's going to be great. And she goes, just don't be a hooker. And I was like, what was that? And she's like, just don't be a hooker. And I was like, one more time. And she's like, don't be a hooker. And I was like, all right, Thea. And then she like walks away. And I walked my dad. I was like, what the hell did you tell Thea? I was like, she just told me she doesn't want me to be a hooker. He's like, what? So he goes up to his mom to like talk to her. And they speak in Spanish. And he comes back to me. He goes, she's talking about a computer hacker. Yeah, she didn't want me to be a computer hacker. So I was like, oh, God, Thea, bless your heart, man.
Close enough.
Yeah.
You should have been like, you can't tell me what I do with my body. If I want to sell it, my God,
that's the first thing she said. She said,
it.
just don't be a hooker. I was like, Thea, wow. I was like, you just tell you're like 18. I was like, you told every other grandkid this, like when they graduated high school? Like you waited you waited till
the rules. Just don't be a hooker.
Do you have any family traditions?
Well,
you explained the Christmas movie one.
Yeah. I would say we have no presents or anything under the tree.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Nothing. And then the night before, we have like Christmas Eve dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we all go to bed. We have to go to bed early. And then we wake up at like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brothers. We go. We watch A Christmas Story. As soon as that's done, it's about 6:30. Usually about 6:30 because there's commercials. And then go up to our parents, wake up our parents. It takes them about 30 minutes. So we're opening presents at 7. And then all the presents, what we do is when we come down at 4 o'clock, all the
4
presents.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, bro.
That's ridiculous. Fuck that.
Yeah. If I woke up my parents at 4 a.m.
No. Just me and my brothers. We don't wake my parents up until like 6:37.
Oh, okay.
We watch the movie first. So me and my brothers go down, and all the presents are under the tree now.
Ooh, see.
And the thing is, my parents had a labeling system, so you didn't know whose gift was who.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like this Christmas, it would be like A1, B1, C1.
I like
A2,
that.
B2. So you never knew.
You couldn't like shake and be like, oh, this one's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the big one.
So you'd just be like, you'd see a huge one. It'd be like D7. You're like, oh, who's D? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you like look at the other gifts. Well, like this is D2. So you just go around like just trying to figure out.
Yes, D2.
Yeah.
Your parents knew.
MMO. Yeah. So you just go around so you could like never know. That was kind of fun.
I like that. I'm gonna adopt that.
You steal that?
That's mine now.
That's mine now. And then we watch the movie. Get our parents. They come down. Then we unwrap gifts and we all go like at a time. So my mom would know. So she'd go, okay, you're 8A.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you're 8. And like, this is like 9A and this is 10A. And so you all open up your gifts at once.
Oh, like in a row, like at.
They're like, yeah. So let's say we got 7 gifts. They'd be titled like 1 through 7.
Oh, okay.
And then 1, each person gets the 1 and you all open yours at once. And then you get the 2s. So you go through your gifts like that.
Do you still do that?
We don't do gifts anymore.
Oh, okay.
We do a white elephant or Secret Santa.
Oh.
So we just get like one gift for somebody. We just do Secret Santa with the family.
Did your family listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. I
can't say who.
I was gonna say like, can you tell me who you got?
But so that's what we used to do. And then they would always save like the big present for like the last.
The family like gift, kind of. The PS2?
Yeah, the PS2. Well, that one, we didn't think we got anything. They hid it in the fireplace.
Oh.
And they're like, wait, I think there's one thing left in the fireplace.
And
We're like, oh.
You're like, GameCube.
Yeah, I'm like, GameCube, PS2, no!
And I bet Dylan and everyone else.
They were psyched. Yeah, they wanted the PlayStation. I wanted the GameCube. In hindsight, it's better we got the PS2, but I was salty at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we would open the gifts. And then then we'd get stockings, and they'd usually have like candy,
just
and
like
maybe some like
stuffers.
little
Socks.
last minute stuff,
underwear.
These days it's just like gift cards, just like
Yeah, but $25 Burger King gift card.
Buffalo Wild Wings, sure, I don't know. You go there.
Well, your Christmas sounds so cozy and happy. Mine was me sitting in my room playing Pokemon Yellow until it was time for gifts and food.
Well, mine was double presents because my parents were divorced. So I was like, double presents, which in reality is probably not double presents. They probably just like communicate and like figure it out. But as a kid, I was like, you guys are like not being. So I got to like do 2 Christmases. I was like, double presents?
I mean, okay.
That's how I took it, but it was probably not the case at all.
But yeah, that. And then we would have some sort of lunch. Usually, I think she would cook like a breakfast, but then lunch is usually leftovers because she would cook a big like Christmas Eve dinner, leftovers for lunch, and then we go to the movie theaters and we do doubleheader.
Oh, go Dubs! On just whatever movies are out.
Every Christmas.
What's the last one you guys did last Christmas?
Oh, geez, I have to remember.
What was out?
I think
Last Jedi.
I think it was, some Mark Wahlberg movie about foster kids.
Oh, Sydney really wanted to see that.
That one, and can't remember what the other one is.
I heard the Mark Wahlberg one was actually pretty good though.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It was a feels movie, but yeah, we do double headers. Like I remember one year, like it was Frozen 2 and Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That was double header for that time. I fell asleep during Frozen. But it was a really cool movie theater. I've never been back there. I need to figure out where it was. But it had like the double decker seats.
Oh.
Like a whole other floor.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was also before movies did a whole bunch of like food service. So at that time you could get like food brought to your place and stuff. It was super dope.
Yeah.
Now that's like pretty commonplace.
It's very common. Like I'm not going to a movie theater if they don't have that.
Like Alamo Draft Houses. Those are everywhere. Like stuff like that.
I would love an Alamo Draft House.
We have one here.
Like in Denver?
Yeah.
Like, but like I'm talking like in like, is that when you go to Alamo Draft House, you're supposed to like drink and stuff and get like fucked up. And I'm not going. And most of the times I just go to a movie by myself. I'm not gonna be driving. So
I
it's
would
like
go
I
with you,
Uber.
but apparently you don't want to see movies with me.
It's not that I don't want to see movies with you. It's just like going to see a movie with like your homie. Like I don't know. I always just went with with your girlfriend. Like
I go with my friends all the time. It's only weird if you make it weird, and you make it weird. I heard that. I was like,
yeah, we were very offended.
Yeah,
we were very offended.
We went to go see Knives Out.
I loved it,
and
I'm saving it though.
And
I didn't love it. It was okay.
Did you hate it? Maybe you should. Yeah, actually, I didn't. It wasn't okay. Anyway, we go there, and he's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't see this with you unless it was for the podcast." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I just like."
I didn't mean it to come off that way.
But he's like, "I just won't see movies. Like, I just don't do that." I'm like, "What?"
I don't. Before, like, I met Sydney, I had never gone to like the movies by like ever.
That's weird.
I guess so.
I always go by myself, or if I can, some friends.
Well, you made me feel good about movies going by yourself because you said something
literally
that always
a place to be yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's the one place where you're supposed to go and not talk, not converse, not like talk to your neighbors and like just to absorb content.
I don't know when that stigma like came about, but it's weird.
It's true though. But
so you shouldn't feel weird. And if you want to see movies, feel free to. But I'm never gonna get an invite apparently. But anyway. So we'd see double headers and then come back leftovers again for dinner, and that would be Christmas. And then usually we'd come back and then you play with whatever presents you got. Or
what's the last year you got presents?
5-6 years ago, I don't know.
Yeah,
like pretty much when I moved out, like in high school. And even then, like it got like less and less. Yeah, like I haven't gotten a birthday gift since I was 16. Oh. Yeah, they just stopped.
Yeah.
Which I can totally understand why they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like with the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, but the Secret Santa thing we do now is fun. Makes it a lot easier too because you're only buying for one person.
Do you have a budget?
Mm-hmm. I break it every time.
$5 budget.
Well, okay. So story time, real quick.
Are you like Michael Scott in The Office when like it's like $30 and he buys somebody like an iPhone, like the new iPod, and it's like $500?
Okay, so we have $100 budget, right? Last year, I had my brother. I got him a $400 gift.
Oh my god! So you are like Michael.
Now, originally, I didn't think it'd be this much, but I was like, "Oh, I have the perfect gift idea," and I looked it up. I was like, "Jesus, why is this so expensive?"
What is it?
It's that like like Sonic Ice.
Sonic Ice.
Yeah, like they have little pebbles. Like
yeah.
Yeah, like Canes has and stuff.
I was thinking like the Hedgehog Sonic.
Oh no, like the drive-through Sonic. Yeah, like that ice.
Love that ice.
Yeah,
my favorite.
So you can get an ice maker that makes just that kind of ice.
$400.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought maybe it might be 150 to 200.
85.
Yeah, I was like it might push it to 200. I was like 400 something. I was like Jesus, but I was like this is a perfect gift. Like he loves that ice. He'll go to Sonic or places that like just to get the ice and eat it. I was like, he's gonna love this.
Yeah.
So I get the gift, and it's his time to open it. And he's just like, "Huh? Hey, he just opens it up and goes, huh?
Oh,
it's a ice maker.
Oh,
yeah." And he's kind of
not really what you're looking for.
Yeah, and he's like, "Thanks."
Oh.
And I was like,
That is so awkward.
I was so excited to give that to him. And the thing too is he goes, we could probably put this in the office because he works for my dad's office. He's like, yeah, let me just take this gift and put it in my dad's office.
Oh my God.
I was like,
did you tell him it was from you?
Yeah, well, and then he's like, so who was it? I was like, It's so crestfallen.
Was everybody else like, whoa, when they opened their gifts? Like, wow.
He couldn't even fake it well. Like, just fake it. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
But now I could clearly tell, and then he didn't.
Because there's that feeling when you do get a gift for somebody, you're really nervous. Like, you're like, oh, I hope they like this.
Because I thought, well, the thing too is like it was super personal. Like it wasn't just super generic.
Yeah, so he didn't like connect the dots. Like, oh, I love this ice. Like, I'm gonna eat this.
This is nice, man. Plus, he was also, I think, like moving into an apartment too. I was like, yeah, it'll be.
Oh, perfect.
No.
I wonder, did you put
it's in my parents' office.
I was gonna ask.
Yep. So, yeah, that was.
Oh man. So I guess you have given a bad gift.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever given a bad gift. I'm pretty good with gifts.
I thought it was a good gift. But
this is a good gift. The gift you got me for my birthday was sick. The Zenitsu mouse pad, that was sick.
My man. But see, sometimes that's like Claire, for instance. Like she says I'm super hard to shop for.
I don't think so.
I don't think like because she's like, you already buy the video games you want or like all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's not like what you want.
Yeah, but I was like the more meaningful gifts are like personal ones.
Yeah.
Like that, like the Zenitsu mouse pad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that cost me $400.
Exactly.
But like it's
I connect with it.
Yeah, it's for you.
I like that.
Yeah. It's more that's just like this gift I thought of you when I got it, not just like
it's like that gift. I think I had that problem because Claire was like, what are you getting Christian for his birthday? This was like when you guys we were still in college. I got you that breaking rag Heisenberg thing.
He's around here somewhere.
I don't know. Wow, you re-gifted it.
Yeah. Oh, and that thing, I gave that away.
I gave that to Secret Santa. You're like, I gave a Heisenberg doll. I'm like, wait a second. Have you ever re-gifted anything?
No.
I haven't either.
Wait. I have a funny, I actually, this was like, this had to be in Florida. I was 8 or 9, I think. No, I don't even, it doesn't really matter. It was around the time Star Wars Battlefront 2 released.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to this kid's birthday party. And so we were there, and I was about to get dropped off. And Mom's like, what are we going to get him? And I was like, I think he has a PS2. He's going to love Star Wars Battlefront 2. So we get him Battlefront 2. But I knew he had it. And we didn't.
You're such a bad.
Yeah, I was terrible. So we go there, and he gets it. And he goes, there's like, you already have that one. I was like, yeah, darn. I was like, well, I don't. I dig it.
And it was your gift?
Yeah. And so that's how I got Battlefront 2.
And everyone was like, all right, here,
Yeah. Because he was like, yeah, I don't have it anyway. And like the parents were like, we'll just have to give it away. My mom wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a little
so you're
mastermind.
Just like, you like put it under when you got back. She's like, did he like his gift? And like, he loved it.
Yeah, it was, oh my God. He's never going to stop playing it.
Christian, when'd you get this new game?
I
don't know, Mom. Listen to this ad instead.
And welcome back to the GG Over Easy Christmas edition. Blue, have you ever given a bad gift? Like,
not that I know of. Like, maybe I have, but I just don't know it.
Oh, well then kudos to the people you gave it to.
Yeah, they were able to fake it well.
No one's ever like been like, oh, thank you so
like,
much. I don't think I've ever.
I feel like you got to be
usually
a certain kind of person.
Usually when I do gifts,
that's true.
Usually when I do gifts, I do them big. I don't just like get a gift and then it's just like, oh, here's a gift. Like if I do a gift, I try to make it as important as possible.
Yeah, when I do a gift, I normally always kind of overshoot and like not go with something personal or something like that. I normally just shoot for the stars, which something. But sometimes
I don't get to give gifts very often, so when I do, I just try to make them.
True, not anymore. Are we talking about conspiracies or just Christmas?
We can segue if you want.
Let's segue before I get sad.
Okay, and conspiracies.
Oh, the great transition.
Yeah, they both start with C's. What more could you ask for?
They do both have S's as well.
Okay, so conspiracies. What is your favorite or the one you think is most plausible? Either or, doesn't really matter.
Okay, my conspiracy is more so not like based. It has no facts behind it.
It's not very realistic.
Never been exposed or anything like that. But I think it's a thing. So you know, like that U23 thing where like you literally like
Me 23.
Yeah, you like swab your mouth and then like you give these people your DNA and they're like, you're 80% American. And then you're like, wow, that was sick. Like this was amazing. They take that DNA and they either like make clones of you or they use that or like insurance companies like use those people to like figure out like if they have like any conditions or like anything like that. I think they like sell that kind of information to insurance companies.
Well, that actually isn't necessarily fake because I told Claire about this. Maybe I told you about it, or maybe you read it because it was on Reddit a little while. Read it on Reddit a little while ago. Wait a minute. Is that where that name comes from?
What?
Like I read it.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You never realized that?
It just blew my own mind.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
anyway,
I thought you like knew that, and that's why you said it.
You like literally see the light bulb. I'm like, Reddit.
Boom.
Anyway, this like girl, I guess, did one of these tests, and because of it, like her doctor or insurance was notified or something because it was like you might have a pre-existing condition for heart disease or something, and because of that, her insurance rate spiked.
Yeah, see, and that's what I think they do.
And so like it would have been cheaper for her to not know.
Yeah, it's just a scam. It's literally just a scam to either one, this is the real unrealistic one, to make clones of humans and like use them for war or something. I don't know. Or like use them as spies, dude. I don't know. You don't know what they're capable of. I mean, you heard what Bob saw.
Have you seen the movie? I don't remember. Enemy? I think it's just called Enemy.
No.
And it has Jake Gyllenhaal.
No.
I mean, he's known for doing these weird roles, which I think is great. I like that he has like his shoehorn or whatever is just weird roles,
like
which I think is cool because it's very diverse. Yeah. He always does like out of the box, but like it seems like it challenges him and he likes that. But anyway, it's on Netflix. I think it's called Enemy. It's like a thriller movie, but it's him. And one day he finds someone that looks exactly like him, like the same name and everything. And he's like, wow. And so the whole movie is about him finding himself. Like essentially this other guy that is exactly him in this world, in a city, like where he lives. And you have to see how it all plays out. But that's what they could be doing. Cloning you, sending you out somewhere, you know.
Just weird. I don't like it. Like, and I was going to do it until like I read something like that. And I was like, but then
they're going to clone you.
I'm like sketchy, like even putting my credit card information or like when I'm doing my tax stuff, like putting my social security card into like a document, like that stuff freaks me out. Let alone sending my saliva, DNA, my personal like being, me, to some company I have no idea anything about other than you're 50% Colombian, Robert. Like, oh wow, thanks. My family's from Colombia. Thank you. I needed to know that. Like, what?
Have you ever done one of those, Blue?
No,
Good.
I mean, the results are probably not going to be particularly interesting. It's like, hey, exactly. You have, man, look at all your, man, there's a lot of native in you from Mexico. Oh, that's crazy. Also, half of you is from fucking Spain. That's nuts.
Is that your background? Like Mexico and Spain?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Spain kind of did some crazy shit back in the day, cafe. So most people in Mexico are part Spanish.
Oh, is that the Spanish Inquisition or whatever?
It wasn't nice.
Yeah, they had guns and Mexico didn't.
Yeah.
So it was a slaughter. You never heard of that?
I think I've heard vaguely of it, but I don't know much about it.
Just like when the Spaniards and
TLDR,
they had guns and horses.
Columbus came in and he was a lot nicer than the Spanish were to the natives of Mexico.
Oh, okay. Conquistadors. See, I've heard that. Yeah. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. But yeah.
But like, and then my mom did it too. And then my mom was like, we're British and we're Colombian, or like, and like, she's like, you'll probably be like Colombian and British. I was like, okay, mom, why do I need to do the test now? I was like, now I know. Like, it's not going to change any different drastically from mine to yours unless there's something I don't know about.
There's nothing interesting on my end. You're white. Because like
100% white.
The problem is like my dad's side, we know nothing about. I've met almost none of his family. I don't know any of that. We have no relatives that we talk to. Yeah, he has a bad time with his family, so we don't associate with them. But then my mom's family, are all in Georgia.
Yeah,
all in a small town. And my Mimi, she knows, like she's kept records. She has stuff and has backtracked and gone through things. She's like her own
Thesaurus.
What's that tree website or whatever?
Tree.
Or whatever. She does that herself, and she can date back somewhere like 1700s or 1600s.
Jeez,
something like that. Like she knows like which ships we came over on.
Damn.
All this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. So I know like a lot. It's like a lot of German.
So
nothing really exciting.
So you call one of your grandmas Mimi too.
Mm-hmm.
When you first saw the term meme, did you pronounce it Mimi too? Because I remember when I first saw the term meme, I called a meme Mimi. I'm not kidding you, for like the first 2 years of like my middle school life.
You know what? I don't think I ever did, because I think I'd heard the word. Because I never. Yeah, now that you say it, I don't know why I wouldn't have thought that, but no, I never.
Yeah, I did, because it was when I took a picture with my Mimi when I was visiting Oklahoma. And she has like, I didn't even see it. She has this plaque that says, all the blessed people in my life call me Mimi. And then everyone in the comments was like, everyone calls me Meme. Nice.
Nice.
It's like, God. But yeah, I used to call memes Mimi for the longest time. Like on Funny Junk, when I was like just grinding on that website trying to get front page. Because it was like a pseudo Reddit, but like not Reddit.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know Funny Junk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that you were trying to get front page.
I got front page twice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Repost.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Dogs at War. You can look it up. My Funny Junk account is RyBV. Anybody can see it.
I got like 2,000 reposts or whatever you call them on Tumblr once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What was
I remember what was his name?
You went viral.
He was kind of a strange fellow in high school. But he came up to me. He's like, "Dude, I saw your Tumblr."
What?
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw it." He's like, "You got like 2,000 reposts." I was like, "Yeah, I guess." Because it was like 6,000 notes total or whatever Tumblr called it.
I never did.
He's
Tumblr.
like, "Dude," I've been on Tumblr for like years and I've only got like 20. I'm like, "Oh,
get owned."
Cool. I was like, "Yeah."
Why did you have a Tumblr?
I don't know, because I think at the time, Legend of Korra had come out, and I just like looking at fan art. So I did mine. Mine was,
what kind of Korra fan art are we looking at?
No, it's like, I was. Come on, man.
I mean, it's Tumblr though. Back in the day.
Yeah, but back in the, I didn't even know where to find the side of Tumblr.
Yeah.
It was like just regular fan art, and I did, because what do they call it? The bending matches.
Bending matches?
Yeah,
like when they
Help
fight
me out
each
here,
other.
Blue. Yeah, what's in season 1? Remember in Korra, they're doing the. Is it pro bending?
Pro bending.
Yeah, pro bending. So what I did was I just took like a still screen from an episode, and I just mocked up as if it was like an ESPN like sport.
Oh.
So I did like a scoreboard and like the teams and everything.
Oh.
So I just did that for fun, like because I just.
So it wasn't a repost. This was
the
OC.
Original content. Yeah, no repost here. So I did that, and yeah, people liked it, I guess.
Nice.
But yeah, I just remember because I didn't think it was a big deal, and then some random kid, I guess, knew my account too. I don't know how.
Yeah, what was your account name? Like it was.
I don't even remember. What was it? I don't know. But yeah, he's like, "Dude, you got like so much." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." That's how internet points always felt to me. Like people like wanting Reddit karma.
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
My Deku tattoo got like 5K upvotes on the My Hero subreddit.
Well, it beats my Tumblr. I'm sorry.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
So that is Rob's conspiracy.
Yeah.
He's never gonna get a DNA test.
Never. I have like my fingerprints. I did like my dad made me do something with my fingerprints when I was like 6 or something. It must have been important.
Monka?
Yeah, it must have been important. I don't really remember.
I
just
mean,
remember some guy like taking my.
If we've learned anything about Attack on Titan, what did he really do?
I don't know. He maybe erased my memories.
Who knows? Though. Blue, your conspiracy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blue's.
It's not really like a.
Oh, we'll make it a conspiracy.
It probably has more base behind it.
No,
than mine
it's not that it's not a conspiracy. It's just that. Okay, so I can pick a favorite one, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
It doesn't have to
the
be
one you
like,
think is the most plausible, I guess.
Yeah, just like when someone says like, "What's a conspiracy?" Yeah, conspiracy. It's like the first thing you think of.
Well, okay, so my personal favorite, right? And I guess I could do like a plausible one later that I think is like probably true. My personal favorite, back in the day when I was still in high school, even middle school. Oh my god, when they were, it was middle school. I would always read up on some science crap, and I don't know why. I was so interested in science back then. Yeah, kind of.
Well, imagine knowledge and wanting to learn.
There was this.
Couldn't be me.
The thing called the Large Hadron Collider. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
you guys know what that
of course.
is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a big machine that smashes particles together to learn more about them.
Yes.
Everyone was scared of it.
Yeah, in the web back then, the running conspiracy was that there's so much misinformation because the people at CERN talked about how they would be testing out like every particle they could think of. They would be trying to make like, small microscopic tiny black holes, right?
Element 115.
And this freaked everybody out. So everyone started talking about how if this Large Hadron Collider actually gets built and works, that it risks the entire world being destroyed by this thing because it has the power to create black holes. Mind you, literally microscopic black holes.
Really?
Yeah. And the people would talk about how because it would have a lot of issues being built, it kept on getting delayed, the finish, and people started talking about how what if this thing is so dangerous that a time traveler is literally coming back in time trying to make sure this thing doesn't get built because it'll destroy the world the second it gets turned on.
Really?
I didn't hear the time traveler part.
Did they turn
you
it
didn't
on?
hear the time traveler part?
No, I remember like the black hole and everyone freaking out because like the thing was like, if it creates a black hole, we'll just die instantly. Like everything will just be instantaneous.
Sweet.
I remember that, but I don't remember that time traveler. That's interesting.
People started making these crazy conspiracy theories, and then there was even like a found footage video, like in 2016. I think it was like 2016. It turned out obviously being a prank and fake. It was about how people were like doing like some cultist ritual near a site near the CERN Hadron Collider, and it was like some satanic ritual about like making a sacrifice or something. For me, the conspiracy was like, oh, okay, black hole, crazy, ooh, time traveler, ooh. But in crazy conspiracy theory, like religious cult websites, like I guess not religious cult, but just highly religious people who like they actually thought that CERN was trying to create the Hadron Collider to create a portal to hell and summon the Antichrist.
All right, maybe mine had a little bit more basis behind it.
Yeah. This isn't obviously nothing about this is plausible because literally all the Hadron Collider for is smashing particles together to learn more about them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said if we turn it on, people thought this would happen, right? Did we turn it on?
Absolutely.
Okay,
that's how we learned about the God particle, the Higgs boson.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they do with that? They just throw like, here's a hydrogen, here's a carbon, right? You said they throw particles at each other. So like, here's a hydrogen, here's a carbon.
Well, I mean, it's quite literally a particle collider. It's just throwing particles together, seeing what happens, discovering like the product of smashing different particles together and all that good stuff.
I guess
seeing the effects different particles have on each other.
They're elements.
And the only way to do it is by having a very specific thing like the collider, which will allow you to do stuff that obviously you can't just do like in a normal lab.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's so crazy that that's even like a thing.
That's crazy science that even I don't understand, but it was fascinating to me as a kid.
Like, hey, do you guys want to like build something that just throws things at each other really, really fast that can like, I don't know, maybe make a black hole? Oh my God, it's just a giant tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100%. It's a very, very long giant tube.
Where is this?
It's in
Switzerland, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's somewhere in Europe, I believe.
So, but which is your favorite conspiracy, Blue?
That was my favorite.
That was his favorite. So what's the most plausible?
My one that I think is most plausible is kind of similar to Rob's DNA test. Is Facebook or whoever all those face apps, whoever. The ones that like they're like take a picture and you can see yourself.
Where it's like you should make yourself old,
and it's all like Chinese and Russian governments or companies behind them all.
Yeah, that conspiracy theory is the one that is the most plausible to me, in how they're basically just trying to get an updated archive of what everyone is at this current point in time. And I see that as plausible because if you guys have ever seen like all these deep fake things now where they can put your face to a video and it's not actually what you're saying, it's not even you, but if someone saw that, and like a low quality video image, they would think, oh my god, and like Rob's saying some crazy shit like the world's gonna end in 2020.
I
like, oh my god, Rob's crazy. Oh my god, Rob's freaking out.
I watched this thing on Reddit, and it was these deep fake scientists or whatever, the people who like just try and learn more about it. They took like Nixon's failed Apollo mission speech and actually made Nixon's like mouth move to it and his voice and everything.
It's crazy what they can already do.
It's like that was like in the 70s. Like, what can you do with like a HD and like footage like this? Can you really make me say whatever I want? Weird. And by the way, Blue, that's not a conspiracy, bro. That's a fact that you just said.
Yeah.
Well, it still is a conspiracy because we don't know.
Like the celebrity lookalikes
and face app and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, and then it sucks too because then I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna have the Russian people, and then the people on our Reddit subpage put our pictures in, and then it doesn't. I'm like, well, never mind.
So
I'm in the database.
The point
now.
is
Thanks.
the fact that Rob said that is a fact. That is my personal most plausible conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I think
I'm with you.
These face apps are 100% with the intention of archiving people's faces
for sure.
And you can use it. I mean, people's faces nowadays, if you get enough of a sample of their faces through pictures, it's scary how much you could do with them now.
Screw me. I had a
I was gonna say, I was like, it's leading right into you.
Well, I had a like side thought there that I just like totally lost.
Oh, what was the side?
Oh, there was this Reddit post about like, because we were talking about like deep fakes, right? Like soon enough, you're not going to be able to really trust any media, right? Because at some point you had to look out for Photoshop, and now you have people like literally learning these deep fakes to look for deep fakes and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they're getting better, and so it's like this endless thing, right? So the Reddit thread though was like, if you could send any photoshopped image back to like 1700s to just mess with people, like what would you send? And at the time, I think the number one post was the astronaut suit with the sloth.
Oh,
like send that back and make them think that happened.
That's what we become.
But yeah, but it'd be funny to think like they didn't know Photoshop. They'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah, like there's a sloth that went to space.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if they would pick up on the astronaut suit or anything, but that's not important.
Just a giant. I mean, they'd probably think it was an alien from another world or something.
But yeah, they'd just be like, wait, what? Just send some back to troll people. They literally didn't know Photoshop. Because you got to think too, there was a time where that wasn't widely known and people didn't realize you could edit photos.
Yeah.
Can't trust anything.
My favorite theory though is the world is flat. I think those people are so funny that actually like think that the world is flat.
That Netflix movie,
dude, we're in that. Like the Fort Collins place that I used to go to, the comic book store. It like is in there. It's called like Griffin Comic Books. I used to go in there. That's where I bought your Heisenberg gift.
Oh really?
Was at Griffin Comic Books, and they had that flat Earth meeting there. Where like he goes and like meets.
You're supporting flat earthers?
I guess. I was shocked. I was laughing so hard. I was like, that's right down the street. I was like, maybe a block and a half.
I just love the clip from that documentary though. At the end where they're trying to prove it, they're like, all right, well if the Earth is flat and like with this, I think it's like they have like the laser or whatever, like a red dot pointer.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, if we go like through this hole, it should line up like a couple miles out, like right here. But if it's not, then like gravity and curvature or whatever, the light will appear below.
Yeah.
They're like, that's not going to happen. Remember they like turn it on or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's below the hole. And there's like.
He's like, hey, Jerry, where is it? And he's like, it's like below the hole. And he's like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And then like in the credits, it like talks about how like they debunk how like their experiment was failed and stuff and like didn't work.
That's so funny.
I love that. Well, I would recommend watching that if you haven't seen that conspiracy list.
My conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Jar Jar Binks is the Sith Lord.
Oh, that is a fact. Yes, I love it. Yes. Yeah. Again, not a conspiracy, Christian. That's a fact.
That's just a fact. Or at least that's the conspiracy I need to believe to
make him a relevant.
Yeah, to make Jar Jar Binks make sense. There's a YouTube video out there that's like an hour long, or whatever, that goes through like all the proof for like this is why Jar Jar Binks, like him acting clumsy but it's perfectly like avoiding everything. It's like his arts. Drunken kung fu or whatever. Yeah. Drunken fist. It's what Lee Sin uses. Or not Lee Sin, Rock Lee. Lee Sin's from League. But Rock Lee in Naruto does like the drunken fist and stuff. That's what they're saying. Like he's so powerful and he does all this kind of stuff.
And then like when he like jumps into the river, he like jumps super high up, does like 2 front flips, and then like dives right in. And then there's what was the what was the one that I really liked? There's one scene where he's like talking to somebody and you see Jar Jar in the back kind of go like that.
Yeah.
And so people are thinking like he like changes Queen Amidala's like he's like controlling Amidala like with the kind of. And then another one that I like that proves your theory is if you look up like George Lucas reacts to episode 1, he's like watching the movie and it goes up to him really close and he's like, I think I might have gone too far in a couple places. And
my god, that's honestly one of my favorite moments I've ever watched a movie.
I think like that's where he felt like he went too far in some places. I think you're right. That is 100% a fact.
I remember though, one of my uncles, this was a while ago, but he was like found himself, he was like a user of like one of those weird dark forums that are like conspiracy theorists and stuff. And he was set and he was telling everyone like chemtrails. They're like, they're poisoning us and all this kind of stuff.
Oh my god, the chemtrails one is jeez.
Yeah. And he was like, but like,
it's one of the most popular
I didn't actually realize. But yeah, he was like,
Prince,
was like fully believed it.
Were a thing.
One of my favorites is also the moon landings were faked.
Yeah, I thought that was a little too controversial to bring up, maybe, but yeah.
I think it's just funny.
It's not that like I believe it, but there's also like I
don't believe it, but
I see a lot of but I do see like where they're coming from. There are some really weird things that are involved with the moon landing. I think it was a lot of propaganda too, like a political kind of thing to beat Russia.
Oh, 100%.
Cold War,
100%.
And that's like more so why I kind of believe it. I think because it didn't really accomplish anything. It was more so just to prove that we were a higher superpower.
Yeah, it was actually a really dumb reason why we went to the moon.
Yeah, it had no.
We literally just wanted to flex.
Really, we came up. We went up there and went, "What up?"
But like, that's what everyone talks about, though. Like, look at what. Just get the public behind it and look at what we can achieve in such a small window. But now we won't give like NASA and stuff like the slightest of money or attention or.
Yeah,
like we could be doing
we got
so much more cool
now.
stuff. Yeah, oh my Space Force. This though says the smoking gun film of Aldrin planting a waving American flag on the moon, which critics say proves that he was not in space. The flag's movement, they say, clearly shows the presence of wind, which is impossible in a vacuum. NASA says Aldrin was twisting the flagpole to get the moon soil, which caused the flag to move. And never mind that astronauts have brought back hundreds of independently verified moon rocks.
Yeah.
I like it,
and then you also can't prove because you can't just go to the moon and like prove that.
It's the same one as like how you like flat earthers. Yeah. I just like really like this is what you're like.
Yeah, this is what
putting
you're
all your energy to. Like
yeah,
it was fake, man. It's just I mean there's some like crazy ones here. A lot of controversial.
ones. I also like the DIA conspiracy. For those who don't know, it's like the Denver International Airport was built specifically for when the New World Order happens. All the rich, powerful people will converge to Denver if there's ever like a nuclear holocaust or like anything like that. They will converge to Denver International Airport, and there are underground bunkers and tunnels within that airport that will be able to support.
I got an invite.
People. There's a thing that like the Queen of England owns land like right over by the Denver International Airport. Why does she own land here? I don't know.
Why would she? Why would she need that?
Well, but then my dad is a mechanic at CIA,
and he's like 100%, dude.
He's like bah humbug. Like there's nothing down there.
Well, they don't want him to know. He doesn't know because they don't want him to. He's been down where he thinks it ends.
But the weird thing is like when you look at who commissioned that airport, there's a plaque in the airport. Next time you go tomorrow, you should look for it. It says this airport was commissioned by the new flying order or something like that. The new fly order or something like that. That organization doesn't exist. The logo that like is for like the New World Order or whatever they put their name as.
New World Order.
It looks like the Freemason logo. So what they're saying, it has to do something with like the Freemasons too.
Actually, so glad. This actually segues really well into this one. Secret societies control the world.
Yeah.
And I'll read this whole segment and then
like Illuminati.
Yeah, and then we can see what we think. If you were really a member of the global elite, you'd know this already. The world is ruled by God, I can't speak. The world is ruled by a powerful, secretive few. Many of the rest of us peons have heard that in 2004, both candidates for the White House were members of Yale University's secretive Skull and Bones Society, many of whose members have risen to powerful positions. But skulls and bones is small potatoes compared with the mysterious cabals that occupy virtually every seat of power, from the corridors of the government to the boardrooms of Wall Street. Take the Illuminati, a sect said to have originated in 18th century Germany and which is allegedly responsible for the pyramid and eye symbol adorning the $1 bill. They intend to foment world wars to strengthen the argument for the creation of a worldwide government, which would, of course, be satanic in nature. Or consider the Freemasons, who tout their group as the oldest and largest worldwide fraternity and boast alumni like George Washington. Some think that despite donating heaps of cash to charity, they're secretly plotting your undoing at Masonic temples across the world. Or maybe, some theorize, the guys pulling the strings aren't concealed in shadow at all. They might be the intelligentsia, I don't know if I said that right, on the Council on Foreign Relations, a cater of policy wonks who allegedly count their aims as publishing an erudite bi-monthly journal and establishing a unified world government, not necessarily in that order.
Well, did you ever watch House of Cards?
Only season 1.
Oh,
I know. I've always meant to, but now that I know that, like,
can I say something that's kind of like, kind of spoilerish, but kind of not? I mean, do you plan on watching it
eventually?
Okay, then I won't say anything.
Okay.
It's very cool though. It kind of hints at that, and Frank Underwood is like
the only thing though that like bummed me about wanting to re-binge it though is the whole what's his real name? David Spade or Kevin Spacey? Yeah. With his whole thing, and then him getting kicked out for the last season, and then it having to change. Mm-hmm. Like, so it kind of ruins it for me. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like telling someone to watch Game of Thrones now, knowing the last season, right? Like, some people now would be like why do you want to invest if you know that the ending is so contentious or like not exactly what it was supposed to be?
Or he's just like a weirdo in real life too.
Yeah, it makes it all the difference.
Yeah.
Those are some fun conspiracies, aren't they?
I would love to think that the Illuminati's real. I would. I just don't think business people and people with all that money just have that time. I really don't.
Maybe that's all they had, all the time they have.
I guess. I really just don't think that the world's powerful would really just, I don't know, have a secret meeting. And
I hope one day some random person comes up and invites me something like that. I'd be like, wow, I'm important.
Would you like tell?
I don't know. I'd have to go and see what it is, Who knows? Maybe I'm in one right now. You wouldn't know.
Mr. Fruit and the Illuminati?
I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes.
That would be really cool. I'd be really happy for you.
You made it, dude.
I'd be really happy for you.
Yeah, me and Rihanna, we just like besties
Rihanna.
now. Yeah. Oh, it goes so deep, man. You wouldn't even understand.
You don't even understand who's there.
I was about to say something, but that'd be too controversial. So I'm not even gonna bother. With that concludes our Christmas/conspiracy episode.
Not yet.
Oh.
Patreon questions.
Oh, right. We have some Patreon questions.
Come on, Mr. Fruit.
What am I doing?
Okay. What are you doing?
Maybe I'm the conspiracy.
Is that what you're pointing me at for?
Yeah.
Okay. This one comes from Jelly. I didn't really want to ask this one, but I'm going to ask it because it's pretty personal. Do you wipe standing or sitting down? There are two groups of people who go to the bathroom and wipe while sitting, and others that get up and then wipe. I will say I am a get up and wipe.
Same.
I don't sit down.
I'm definitely the same. I feel like I can't get everything if I just sit down. And
well, I just think
I can't get the right angle.
Like just weird.
Plus it's weird, and like
it's easier to go this way than it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely stand up.
Yeah, I'm a stand up guy as well. I'm glad to hear you guys are also stand up guys.
We're literal stands. Let's go.
You know when people say like, "Hey, he's a stand up guy," that's what they actually mean.
That's incredibly personal. Like, how do you know that?
This one is from Gabe. Gabe asks us, what TV show that you love do you think is underrated or underappreciated?
I hate these questions. I'm so bad on the spot.
Yeah.
I think I have a show for you, but like a certain cult following, but you like it a lot. The Firefly show.
Oh my God.
I would say that's probably your like shows.
For sure. But I think the problem too is it just never had a chance. Fox aired the episodes in the wrong order. Like it was so whole like there must be some conspiracy to like have it shut down because the way it went about, criminal. It was such a good show. I love my boy Nathan. I guess that counts.
I would probably. I don't know if it's underrated or people would say it's underrated. Maybe people didn't give it a chance. I liked Workaholics. If I wonder if
I haven't really seen much, but I know a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a really funny show. If like people just give it a chance, it's hilarious. Which I don't think a lot of people did give it a chance. I mean, it had a lot of seasons, so I mean, it had a following and was successful.
Enough to make money.
Yeah, it was successful. So I don't know if it was underrated, but I just know a lot of people haven't seen it. So that would probably be mine. What about you, Blue?
Oh boy.
Oh.
This cover your ears.
Oh no.
Oh, what is it?
You already know.
Korra?
I'm sorry.
What is it?
Legend of Korra is super underrated. Okay.
Oh.
So underrated, especially when looking back. That show has aged so well. All right. Look, season 2, we can forget season 2. That's fine. Season 2 was really bad. And I will admit season 2 was very bad.
That was a mess.
But season 1 was really good.
Super good.
Season 2 was bad. Season 3, the best season of any Avatar any Avatar I've ever watched.
That's a hot take.
I'll die on that cross. Season 3, Legend of Korra, is the best Avatar season. Season 4 was also pretty good. But season 3 alone makes Legend of Korra an extremely underrated.
I'm going to have to rewatch it again soon.
The whole thing through. Season 3. Season 3 was
maybe
perfect.
I'll change.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Oh.
This one is from Joel Johnson. If you could bring any anime character to life and spend the day with them, who would you pick? I would probably pick Levi from Attack on Titan.
Captain Levi.
I think he's really cool, and he could teach me how to use the OEM. Is that what it's called? I would love to learn how to use that. I think that stuff is so cool, and he's like the best with it. I don't think there's any better Titan Slayer than him.
Nah, he's the one.
Yeah, he's the best. Or All Might, one of the two.
All Might.
Yeah, just skinny All Might, though. Not buff All Might.
I would choose All Might because I would make him give me his hair.
You just want the...
He wouldn't.
Or do you want the down hair?
For all, though.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah. Like to eat.
I would prove to myself that in this universe, we need a one for all, and I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And if I don't think that's possible, then I'll get all for one, and then I'll make him.
You'll be his.
I'll be like, yo, bro. I'll just be like, just give me a couple. Like, some of the ones you don't really just pay them to me,
a couple of those quirks my way, dog.
Yeah, come on now, bro.
Not the bad ones though, just the good ones.
But like, come on now, come on, bro.
What about you, Blue? Any anime character?
What anime character would I want to meet IRL?
Kick it with him.
No.
Because see, I'm just thinking of it like, what somebody I could get here? Yeah, to gain, not like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, cool to meet you. I'd be like,
what can I get?
What can you do for me, huh?
Where's the gabagoo?
See, I would feel bad just bringing an anime character in the real world just to get something from them.
Nah.
See,
I'm trying to think of like an anime character I would just want to chill with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
just
that's
be
why.
homies with.
That's why I picked Levi. I think he'd be pretty tight. He seems cool. Doesn't put up with shit.
Yeah, I'm bringing the entire Samurai Champloo cast in. That's what I'm doing.
Ooh.
We're chilling with the boys. That's what I'm doing.
So like the edge of a samurai sword. That's the best like anime.
Yep,
probably.
I'm bringing them in the real world and just chilling with them, doing some crazy.
That's the next anime I plan on watching. Actually,
oh my god, Samurai Champloo is amazing.
I guess I'm just nefarious and a horrible person.
I don't know. I understand why you would be like, oh, yo,
absolutely.
If I brought this anime character in, I would get so much.
But All Might has to want to give it to you.
Yeah, so I said I proved myself.
Oh, okay.
Because like I know if you eat his hair and he doesn't want you to, you won't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, everyone.
Yeah. Give me that.
Nom. So yeah, that'd have to be it.
That was it for the questions.
Apologies for the Patreon questions. I didn't mean to cut you off.
All good. We got there.
Why would you do that, Mr. Fruit?
Apologies because I have to end this podcast.
Oh,
I know.
No.
I know.
But we like came back and now we got to.
Now we gotta go.
We got to end it
again.
We
gotta go. Yep.
Roller coaster.
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/RabbyV, Instagram.com/RabbyV, and Twitter.com/RabbyV. That plug.
Blue, where can they find you?
Hey guys, name's BlueWestlo, and you can find me everywhere at BlueWestlo.
Right.
Mr. Fruit, search that. Hopefully you'll find me. We love you all. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Have a happy holidays. Be safe.
Have fun.
Enjoy time doing whatever you are.
Tell your mom
family,
I said hi.
Friends. Okay, that's
Leave
unnecessary.
the stove on.
It's unnecessary. She's sleeping with Santa, by the way. See you in the next one. Bye.